Welcome back to Biology by Shravanti. Today we are going to discuss about the eukaryotic cell. Under that we are going to discuss about the microbodies like sperosome, peroxisome and glyoxysome. So before going into topic, if you are new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So let us go into the topic microbodies. So these microbodies are mainly present in all the plant cell and animal cell, that is nothing but complete eukaryotic cell. You can find in all the eukaryotic cells like plant cell as well as in the animal cells. But this arises from the endoplasmic reticulum. In previous video I have explained how the microbodies are arising or coming from or formed from the endoplasmic reticulum. So these microbodies arises or formation is takes place from the endoplasmic reticulum, both either in plant cell or as well as in animal cell. From the endoplasmic reticulum our microbodies are produced. So these are minute single membrane bonded sacs and which consist of enzyme. Inside the microbodies the enzymes are present. Based on the presence of the enzymes, these are based upon the presence of activity or based on storage or based upon the function, these microbodies are further divided or present, or these are further divided into different types. So first one is a sperosome, second one is glyoxysome, third one is the peroxisomes. So sperosome and glyoxysome, these are present only in the plant cells, but coming for the peroxisome, these are present in plant cell as well as the animal cell. So sperosome and glyoxysomes are present in the plant cell and peroxisomes are present both in plant cell as well as the animal cell. So let us see deep about each of the microbodies. So first one, let us go with the sperosome. So this was first time identified by the scientist known as Perner in the year 1953. So in the year 1953, Perner has identified these sperosomes. So these are small cellular organelles which are present only in the plant cells. So these are enclosed by a single membrane layer which is made up of phospholipid layer. So these are responsible for, that means function of the sperosome is nothing but synthesis as well as the storage of the fat. So main function, it synthesizes and stores sperosome stores the fat. For example, endosperm of oil seeds, so they stores the fats inside the sperosomes. So this is about the sperosomes. Next, another one, peroxisomes. So these peroxisomes are present in the plant cell as well as in the animal cell. So this was discovered by Rodin in the liver cell, or he found mainly in the liver cell as well as in the kidney cell. So these are a small vesicle with a single membrane bonded cells, either in the plant cell or in the animal cell. It is made up of with the single membrane. So these peroxisomes contain many digestive enzymes. So these digestive enzymes which are present in the peroxisome helps in breakdown of toxic material into non-toxic. That means oxidative enzymes for the metabolism, and helps in conversion of amino acids and uric acids to hydrogen peroxide. That means, for example, how the peroxisome works means it helps in the conversion. That means amino acids are break down into hydrogen peroxide inside the peroxisome, so which is a very toxic substance. Hydrogen peroxide, it is formed from the amino acids, so which is formed, hydrogen peroxide H2O2 is a toxic substance, so it has to be immediately converted or break down into non-toxic material. So this is then inside the peroxisomes. So amino acids, you can see the equation there, amino acids are broken down into hydrogen peroxide which is a toxic substance, then it is immediately break down into water water plus oxygen. So this is mechanism is completely takes place with the help of the digestive enzymes which are present in the peroxisomes. So next going with the another microbody, glyoxysome. So this was first time discovered by a scientist Harry Beavers. So you can see in the picture there, it is a single membrane bounded matrix and inside central part is the core which stores or which converts the fatty acids to the sugar. So it helps in conversion of fatty acids into the sugar. So they can be observed in the cells of germinating seeds where the cell utilizes the stored fat as a source of sugar till it starts the photosynthesis on its own. So what is happening inside the glyoxysome? That means the whatever the fat is stored inside the seeds. So that stored fat is converted into carbohydrates. That means it is converted into sugars such that the seed utilizes it and starts to germinate. That means it starts to germinate till this mechanism is taken place till it by its own self, till it prepare its own food, that is nothing but photosynthesis. So meanwhile, so it needs the food material, so that food it is getting from the stored fat. That stored fat is present in the glyoxysomes, so that is converted into carbohydrate in the glyoxysome with the help of the enzymes. So this is about the glyoxysome. You can see the example castor seeds seen in the endosperm of the cell. So this is about the glyoxysome and microbodies. So if you have like my topic, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.